Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the new alignment for Highway 2000. The section from Williamsfield in Mandeville to Hodges in St. Elizabeth. Now, when Highway 2000 was originally designed, when the Development Bank of Jamaica, the DBJ, did the initial design for Highway 2000, this was back in 1998, probably 1999. The highway was intended to run along the route of the train lines through the Jamaica Railway Corporation's property. But that alignment has changed over time. So when the Prime Minister announced that the Mandeville to St. Elizabeth section of the highway was going to be built, the alignment moved the highway more towards the coast and not more inland like it would if it was following the train lines. So today we're going to talk about the new alignment. So this highway is to build a highway from Highway 2000 is to build a highway from Kingston to Montego Bay. When it was originally designed, the highway was to be built in one go. But because of the cost associated with it and the fact that Jamaica has never had a toll road, there was no toll road in Jamaica. The persons weren't sure if people would use the road, if people would pay toll in Jamaica. And because of the cost of the project, it was decided to build a highway in sections. Now, just to give you an idea as to the cost, the highway project, Highway 2000 was actually to build a highway from Kingston to Montego Bay, which would be Highway 2000 East-West leg, and to build a highway from Kingston to Ocherios, which would be Highway 2000 North-South leg. Now, the north-south leg of the highway cost 1.1 billion US dollars. That is the most expensive road ever built in Jamaica. That is the most expensive road ever built in the Caribbean. So can you imagine building a highway from Kingston to Ocherios at 1.1 billion US and then from Kingston to Montego Bay in one go? It would have been very expensive. Now, these are toll roads, so you person who operates it will collect toll to pay back for the building of the highway. So with that said, every leg of the highway that has been built, the toll has covered the cost of the highway. So if this highway was built from Kingston to Montego Bay, yes, it would have been expensive, but the toll would have covered the cost. Anyway, we'll talk about that in another video. We are going to talk about the alignment now. So the highway currently reaches Mandeville or Williamsfield in Mandeville. Now, this section of the highway has also changed its alignment. The Maypen to Mandeville leg was to go north of Clarendon Park, north of Porus, following the train lines, and actually go through Porus. But it was decided it would be better to send the highway south, more towards the coast. So from Maypen to Mandeville, that highway now runs south of Clarendon Park and south of Porus. So the leg of the highway now from Williamsfield in Mandeville to Hodges in St. Elizabeth also follows the new path of heading more south. Originally, the Mandeville to St. Elizabeth leg was to run more north of Spurtree. Basically, it would be run between Spurtree and Balaclava, that side. But the new alignment takes it on the other side of Spurtree, which will take you between Spurtree and the coast. And they are building a bypass for Spurtree in the new section and a bypass for Mandeville. Mandeville is just too major a town for a highway to run through it. So you're going to have a bypass where you can exit and head into Mandeville. Now, the new part of the highway, instead of going through the Balaclava end and going through closer to Kendall on that side, the highway is now going on the coast. So it's now going closer to Junction, Southfield, and Black River. Now, it was always known that Highway 2000 east-west leg would run westerly, run from the east to the west, and at some point it has to turn northerly to head to Montego Bay. That was always known. But it was always thought that that turn north would have happened in Williamsfield, taking it through Balaclava. But the highway now goes westerly until it reaches Black River, where Hodges is just on the outside of Black River. And then it turns north by Hodges to go up to Mount Pelion. So that is the new alignment. Now the highway can't run through Black River because Black River is also a major town. That's why it's going up through into Hodges. But there will be an exit for the highway for Black River. And there's going to be an exit for Southfield and an exit for Junction. They call it bypasses for these places, but it's really exits. It confuses a lot of people. And this highway, the Mandeville to St. Elizabeth leg of the highway, has not started yet. They're going to start when the current leg from Maypen to Mandeville ends, which by all indications will be August of this year. And then when the highway is eventually built to Hodges in St. Elizabeth, you then have to build it from Hodges to Mount Pelion, heading north. And then from Mount Pelion into Montego Bay. So this highway has a far way to go before it's completed. However, it will be done. It's just going to take some time. So this new alignment has basically got the attention of a lot of people because the highway is going to run along the coast, and you have a lot more tourism on the coast. Black River is being developed, Junction, Southfield, but with the highway taking this new path, it will be easier to get to Treasure Beach, which is a major tourism destination in Jamaica. And we're going to do a part 2 of this video because there's another reason why the highway changed its path. But we'll do that in a part 2. Alright guys, thanks for taking the tour with us today.